Hello, my friends. I have a story to tell you, and I have to say thank you. We'll probably go in reverse order. I'll probably say thank you first, and then tell you a story. My patrons, if you, I feel like I talk about this a lot, but there's a thing on Patreon called Lens, which is like Instagram stories or Snapchat for just patrons. And so I've been sharing some stuff on there just as it's a quick like 15, 30 second thing, right? And Friday was a massive day, like a massive day for me personally. / today is as well. Today's Monday when I'm recording this. It should come out today, but it might come out tomorrow. Friday I met with a small business lawyer and paid a sizable chunk of money to get my limited liability corporation set up for not just this channel, but everything that I do and intend to do online. And I've been trying to do that for 6 years. Really, you should say I haven't been trying to do that, and more of I've been meaning to do that for 6 years. But I just got this mental block in my head where you can go online and download forms and do it yourself, but I was afraid of doing it wrong. I was afraid of not setting it up correctly, or you're supposed to have articles of organization. My wife is a member of it so that we can get some income for her, and I need to talk to you about that. So I was just afraid of doing it wrong, and it was a lot of money. Like my state charges you $300 a year to have an LLC every year, plus $100 minimum in tax. So like if you're crushing it, you're making millions of dollars a year, you pay more tax, right? But at bare minimum, for it to be worth their time, you're paying $100 in tax. So it's automatically $400 a year, automatically. Not to mention paying somebody to set it up for you, which was a sizable amount of money. But again, I found a lawyer finally that knew what the internet was. Kind of important. Like he knows what digital nomads are, like people who like live around the world vlogging and like make an income and don't pay much tax because they live in the Cayman Islands or something like that, right? So the fact he knew what that was made me feel better, but he also understood what I was trying to do. So that's massive, and I just wanted to say thank you because it makes things more legitimate. I'm trying my best. I'm working with my new camera. I'm trying my best to look at you, but I'm like trying not to get emotional, so bear with me. All the Amazon and eBay stuff my wife have done, the YouTube stuff, there's a truck going by. The YouTube stuff that I'm doing and I'm going to be doing, other online businesses I plan on starting. This is a massive, I don't want to say first step because it's like I've already been doing some of this stuff, but it's a massive step towards legitimacy and doing things the right way. And I'm like, it's like this, I walked out. I was like, boom, I was on Patreon. I was like, we freaking did it, guys. Thank you so much for your support. And then it was like, I was driving back and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what have I done? like, it cost as much money as this camera to have a lawyer do that for me. So my business is currently in the hole based on the equipment upgrades that I've done recently. I'm building a Hackintosh this week. I'm trying to get some recording done in advance so I can completely screw up my computer. And do a Hackintosh / do a dual boot with Windows 10. So if content disappears for a week, you'll know why. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to talk about it. But it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So two more things to talk to you about, and then I'll let you go. The story I'm going to tell you is at the end, but what this also enables me to do, and this is massive, and I'll probably mention it again in the analytics review, is my wife is a stay-at-home mom. And what online income enables us to do, this is part of it. This isn't all of it, but in the United States, you've got, Social Security and Medicare and whatever. You've got, essentially, there is some sort of a social safety net, if that makes sense. But, like with my job, and in any job, you can buy disability insurance, or your employer provides you disability insurance so that if like you're disabled, it covers your income. It provides you your income that you would have had since you're disabled, right? Well, you don't have income if you're a stay-at-home mom, and that means obviously like I can't go buy her disability insurance. Like it's, I guess we could really make it weird and we could set up her as a business and then I could pay her for being a mom, but I don't think the government would look kindly on that, and I don't think anybody would insure it anyway. So what this enables us to do with Social Security, and again, like it's not like I'm trying to game the system. My wife is perfectly healthy and I want her to be healthy, but how I think, right, I used to write a personal finance blog, is like I think about risk all the time. And there is a risk that if she became disabled, that is a massive problem for our family, because I'm the only income, so I have to be working, but how do we take care of her and my kids? And like that gets real complicated real quick. So okay, well, in the United States, we have Social Security disability, and you have to have a certain amount of working credits, which is essentially over 10 years, you need to have per year something like $5,000 a year in earned income. Well, she doesn't work. So, like, she still has enough credits built up from her time when she was working before she became a stay-at-home mom that, like, it's still valid. Like, if she became disabled today, it'd be covered. But it's not going to last forever. So this is a massive deal, because how the LLC is set up is a 50-50 split. Because she does help. Like, we do stuff on Amazon and eBay, and she's helping pack boxes and, taking stuff to UPS. And, like, it's not like we're saying she's 50-50 when she's not really 50-50. Like, she really is 50% of what I'm doing here. She helped out with Codename GHG. She's H18 in that video series, so she's a part of this. So what that enables us to do is to start banking some more work credits for her, and that is massive. Now, it's not enough right now, right? Like, I'm making it $150 a month on my YouTube stuff. Amazon and eBay is kind of like hit and miss. So, that's, what is that, $1,200, like $1,800 a year. Split 50-50 is $900 for her. Not enough. My overarching goal with this channel is to replace her former income, to do both, right? So that we get the income that she used to have, and it's also banking her credits with Social Security just as an insurance policy. And again, like I hope this really doesn't come across as like I'm trying to figure out a way to game the system. I do not want my wife to be disabled. Like, it seems weird to even have to verbalize that, but I'm just thinking how that might have come across. But it's massive that we have this company, because again, prior to this, it was all under my Social Security number. It was my earned income, right? So she wasn't getting any of it, even though she was participating. So this is a massive deal for my family. Like, it is so big. Not to mention, it enables us to do things like, in the future, I'm not saying right now, I don't think we're quite big enough right now, but if I had merch, a t-shirt or a sticker or a mug or something like that, like, there's other avenues of revenue we can now generate, because I can go get a merchant account, I can have a business bank account, I have a business credit card, all that stuff. It's so massive. So I just want to say thank you for enabling that. If you watch my channel, even if you're not a patron on Patreon, even if you use AdBlock, which I would prefer you not, obviously, but if you're part of this community, you've helped to do this, and that's freaking crazy, and I really appreciate it. So I want to tell you my story now, and it's going to be a quick one, hopefully. Let me show you something here. It's, I'm just going to do this, whatever. Hopefully you can see that. Can you see that? You see these cameras? All right, so why'd I show you a bag of cameras? When I first started thinking about how I could earn extra income for my family, I'm talking years ago, more than 6 years ago, I read about buying like liquidated stuff from like retailers. And, like they always are recycling their inventory, not recycling, but like switching out their inventory, right? Like, new cameras come out, well, we got to get rid of the old ones, but people still find value in the old cameras, right? And so I went online and found a liquidation website and found these cameras. This is a Samsung S630. Is it going to focus on that? I have no idea. Can you see that? Probably not. S630. There you go. and it was a good deal. It was like a package deal where there was, I don't know, 10 or 15 cameras, 12 cameras, something like that. And they were still, like, they weren't the newest, but they were new enough that, like, I could buy them for 20 bucks a pop and sell them for 50 on eBay and double my money, right? Or get 50% profit on it or something like that. Was testing it out. And the reason I'm telling you this story is to talk about perseverance and kind of how, like, this is the beginning of me trying to earn income online. And here we are today with you watching this video and you supporting me. So this liquidation website, which I'm not going to mention the name of the company, had an option where you could use your own FedEx account. And because if it was like them shipping it, my understanding is like packing and shipping it, their packing and shipping it was like really expensive. Let's put it that way, like really cut into the profits. So like you could have your own FedEx number and put it in there. Well, what I feel they neglected to mention, but they would say, well, it was on the really deep in the terms and conditions, is what that really meant was you could put your number on it, but they weren't going to pack it. And by pack it, I mean like put like airbags or crunkled, like whatever, that brown paper, the packing paper to keep things safe. And so I paid $300 to this company. I got a FedEx account. They shipped me a box. And when I get the box, it rattles when I get it. And I'm like, that's not good. And when I open the box, all these cameras, the batteries are long dead. Every single one of the screens was cracked. Like, destroyed. Like if you took something and hit an LCD panel, like if you punch your monitor right now because you can't stand looking at my face, it's gonna crack and be ruined. And I tell you what, that was a low moment, because I'm like, that's like the money I'd saved up, my starting capital. I'm gonna take $300, I'm gonna turn it into $450, and then I could do it again, and then I could do it again, and I could do it again. And instead, I spent $300 for nothing. It was a $300 lesson and an experience, right? So the reason I share that with you is maybe if you're still watching this, maybe you're sitting there going like, man, I started to do something and I gave up, or I hit some roadblocks at the beginning, or I really just screwed up something in my life. You just got to persevere. So I'm not trying to be like Mr. Motivational Vlogger here. This is really just a video to say thanks. But I wanted to show that to you. Like, I can go get the rest of the bag, but I could have given up. And that was like 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 years ago. And what's funny, you're like, dude, wait a minute. I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning. You still got the camera. You still got the camera. Yeah, I got the whole bag. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I have taken that bag of cameras from my first house that my wife and I bought to an apartment, or to a townhouse when we moved cities, to my house now. They have been drug along multiple times as a reminder to me to not give up and that it's okay to make mistakes. Maybe I'll sign them and give them away to patrons or something at some point. I don't know. But I don't know. I just thought I'd share that. I feel like it ties into this. Like, this culmination of all the years that I've been working on stuff online. Little projects here and there. Like I said, I ran a personal finance blog for a little bit, sold it. All those types of things has culminated in this camera, this channel, this community that you're a part of. So I just want to say thanks. And if you're trying something new, give yourself some grace. It's okay to screw up. It's okay to get really mad and frustrated because I couldn't get my money back from the company because their terms and conditions, it was just really frustrating. But don't give up because you hit a hurdle. I don't know. I just thought I wanted to share that with you this morning. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect either. Sometimes you order some cameras and they show up with busted screens. So I just want to say thanks. And while I was recording this, Jonathan Needham just joined Patreon at the 2nd tier. I'm going to do my best not to lose it here. Also, Brent Nitch that I mentioned in a previous video, I butchered his last name. He let me know how to pronounce it. And that may seem like a little thing, but like pronouncing people's names is important to me. How I was raised is like someone's name is like the thing that makes them feel the best, right? Like call me my correct name. So thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Brent. Thank you, everybody who watches this channel. Thank you to my patrons. I can't wait to see where we're taking this thing. We've added so many subscribers this month. I don't even know what's happening. I'm thinking we may break 3,000 before FM19 gets here. And then the dream, right, is that we have that hockey stick, from your perspective, hockey stick growth, right? Where it's like, it's kind of going like this. I'm looking at the screen if you can't tell. And then it goes whoosh, like that. I just want to say thanks. I guess that's why I'm here. Up the Reds. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to finish this stuff. I don't vlog. This is weird. But thank you. It is. I'll let you know when it becomes official, because right now it's just like they're sending the documentation off, and the state takes probably 2 weeks to process it because it's the state. And I'll let you know when it's official. We may do something to celebrate. I don't know what. But thank you for your support. That's what I wanted to say in this long video. Have a good one.